Hello, Celestial Captains, this is Crimson, and you are watching some FTL. Now, for this run, we're going to do the Zoltan ship, because whatever I was on last run, I actually got the Zoltan ship from that event, and not the stealth ship, because I'm just crazy. I'm a crazy guy. So, as you can see, you get 3 Zoltan crew members. They provide power to an occupied system, but have 70 health as opposed to the normal 100. You get a halberd beam. It's a pretty nifty weapon, you'll see that in plenty of action. Get a cheesy little missile here, not the best, but fire and breach chance, and having a beam and a missile, not too bad. And of course you get the ever-coveted Zoltan shield, which is pretty sweet. Blocks the boarding and just can save you a lot of hull damage. It's very nice. So let's get underway with the Educator. So we've all seen this one before, blah blah blah, it's the same thing every time. So you can see our nice big green Zoltan shield. Of course, one thing you gotta realize is that your Zoltan crew members that do give power to the systems actually need to be standing in the systems. Another thing to note about the Zoltan ship is that you have level 2 doors already. Right there. So the enemies are gonna have a hard time running around your ship and doing any boarding type action, which is nice because you guys, your Zoltan crew members aren't very good at combat with that low health. That looks good. See, the one thing about having a Zoltan in weapons is if he ever leaves, it'll power down the weapon. So you gotta be careful about that one, especially with shields too. It's easy just to have one in engines, because that only takes 1 power. It doesn't have multiple power per system, like shields and weapon can. So let's get underway. Civilian sector. This is a pretty nice sector. We have many jump paths to go with, so let's just start with up. Yeah. A pawnbroker has set up a shop at this obscure beacon. He might offer something worth looking at. 3 missiles for drone parts. Unfortunately, I have no drones, and I do have a missile. So I'm not going to take that deal. Another worthless jump to start out with. I'm a little worried. You stumble across a forward scout of the rebel fleet. Okay. They are powering up their FTL. If they get away, they will no doubt warn the fleet of your position. Alright. So pause it here with middle mouse. So, as you can see, what a beam does, I'll just show you here. When you fire a beam, you have to aim it, this little laser thing here. Of course, you gotta set its start point, and then you can drag the line whichever way you want. So, what you want to try to do is get as many rooms as possible. With the halberd beam, it does 2 damage to rooms, so that means it'll go through 1 shield. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take down that shield with 1. We're going to get through the engine and try to stop that FTL charge. Hopefully that'll work out. Of course, you gotta look at where their crew members are going. Of course, they have a missile and a laser. Our Zoltan shield will stop that missile, which is pretty nice. Go, my laser! And we managed to delay their FTL with that one. That's pretty nice. Because their captain ran out to help with the repairs. Because we did plenty of system damage with that laser shot. We just wait for it to charge again. Block, not another missile shot, but luckily they missed. I have 15% evade and they missed. That's nice. That's another good thing about the beams, is that you don't have to worry about evade. Your ship breaks apart, you're relieved to know that you are still 1 step ahead of the fleet. They gave me 17 scrap for that. That's awfully nice of them. I'm surprised. Give me that much scrap early? What are they going to do to me? What else are they? What horrors will they bestow upon me? Scans show a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. The ship hastily messaged you. Stay out of this, or you'll be next. Concentrate fire on. You asked for it. They pull away from the planet and move in to engage. So, a burst laser 2, and of course a beam. And beams can damage your Zoltan shield, so you want to be very careful about how you deal with this. Of course, looking at this ship, this is very nice to have my beam on. So I can put it here and get all 4 of these systems if I line up a little bit better. Ta-da! Not sure if I want to get doors as opposed to something else. I want to get the O2. Because who needs doors? Alright. So now we wait. So, as you can see, the Zoltan shield will give you 5 here. damage of any type. Beam does 2, laser does 3. And there you go. Alright, we give up! We're terrible at this pirating thing anyway. 2 fuel, a drone part, and 10 scrap. It is Sector 1, but... For time's sake, I'll take that deal. May not have been the best idea, but I want to get that done with. I didn't want to wait for my beam to charge again. That would have been awful. Ah, there's a ship with pirate markings orbiting a nearby planet. You receive his hail. Anything is possible for the right price. Well, so we could hire them to delay the rebels and get some extra jumps out of the sector. Tempting. I could have them scout the sector so I know what all the jumps are going to be, all the beacons are. Not too much. I'll fight them for scrap, which is going to be easy with my beam and the fact that they're a slug interceptor. Or I could get nothing out of this jump. Doesn't sound too good. Mercenaries are worse than rebels. The only honorable course is to engage the mercenary in battle. So, with these good old slug ships, this one that's not going to be able to do much to me, you just got a nice shot right across with your halberd beam. And now we wait. So, you can think about aiming up for the piloting to get more damage on the slugs in there, because your beam weapons will do damage to crew. Or you could just go for the engine that they won't be able to repair. It's up to you. First, as you notice, that ion damage can really get you your Zoltan shields. Gotta be careful about it. That one went through my Zoltan shield and took out my normal shield, so... Deadly, deadly thing. They offer to give you some of their goods if you don't destroy their ship. 6 fuel, 1 drone part, 9 scrap. Well, that is a lot of fuel. I'll take that one. Because I think I'm going to use up all this fuel with the amount of jumps I'm getting in this sector. Let's see, can I get 3? I think I can. Down here, stress up to the store. Should be an easy set of jumps. At first, it appears you've arrived in an empty system, but a ship appears from behind a planet and hails you. Haha! I am the dread pirate Tuco! Prepare to die! I am Tuco. You killed my father. Prepare to die. No? Is that not? Whatever. So we're gonna try to get their shields, piloting, and weapons. No system here to hit, but engine O2. We don't need that either. Their dual laser and beam aren't gonna do much to us. They sent you a message. I cannot believe how well equipped your ship is. Please take this and let us live. I'm sorry, Tuco, but I am not left-handed. We're just gonna kill him because we've already made 2 deals, and although we are Zoltan, and we like to make deals, we're not gonna take that one because we didn't need missiles that much. We got a nice beam. We need scrap. Oh, and we got even more fuel. This is the run of fuel. Oh boy. Well, I want to get the distress beacon, so I'm going to have to pass up on a store. If I miss out 2 stores because the rebels take this one, I'll be upset. That'd be bad. Whew, the distress signal is coming from a small space station. This is the one we saw twice before in the last run, where you have a chance to destroy the defense system or just lose some hull. Or you could disable it remotely with an NG. You fire a few volleys from a distance and it is clear. The defense system is no match for your weapons. However, the station does not seem happy with your solution. You salvage what you can and jump before there is trouble. Well, I still got stuff out of it. I risked losing some hull there. But we are next to the store and, you know, wanted to get something out of that. The space station here has a traveling merchant who shows you his wares. Man, those wares suck. Well, the Ion Blast is tempting. It's 30 for 1 power. There's low charge time and will be very nice in combination with my halberd beam. Do I want to blow the Makash on that now? Because of course that's going to take another weapon system upgrade, which you can see will be 35, and of course the power issue. Well, we do have a missile. It's only Sector 1. Ion Blast. I'll grab it. Just in case things get bad, we could always rely on our ion damage. And we may be able to show you what ion weapons are good for this jump. My jump leads to a remarkable binary star system. The view is beautiful, but there's nothing else around. Thank you for wasting my fuel, beacon. I didn't want to fight a ship or get some scrap or anything like that, no. Our rebel ship hails. We do not fight a war to let a single Federation ship shatter our dreams of a better galaxy. He locks his weapons. Okay, so he's got a beam and a heavy laser. Nothing to worry about, just the typical... We're going to hold control to set this one specific weapon to auto-fire. By the way. Of course, we actually have to hold it for both clicks of the laser. Of the beam, technically. I keep getting that one wrong, because it's a laser beam. What do you want me to call it? Not that crazy, right? Right? So, nothing to worry about from this ship. I mean, they're just gonna wear down my shields a bit. I'm gonna beam them. Bam. Ooh. They offer you some cargo if you let them live. That is a hole smash laser. And that is gonna be more valuable than anything I can get for killing them. So I'm gonna make that deal. That was a pretty good deal for me there. So I'll show you that hole smasher laser here. Of course, 2 power, 14-second charge time, 2 shots per charge, each dealing 1 damage. They have a low breach chance, which is the main appeal of this thing. And of course, as a hull type weapon, it deals 2 times damage in systemless rooms. But it will be a laser for 2 power that will let my beam get through and do more damage. And of course, its cooldown is 14 seconds, or its charge time. This will put it just about in sync with my halberd beam. So I can think about getting that on early and having a nice smooth run. We'll see how it develops. A rebel ship moves in to engage. You attempt to open communications, but realize the futility of that action when you see the ship is run by an AI. Well, eventually the ship sets to power up its FTL drive. If it gets away, you'll no doubt won the fleet of your position. Well, that's not too good. But luckily, we can just get a nice beam going there. Right there. So that's going to hit the shields, and both the engines and the piloting. So that FTL is not going to charge very quickly. We're not going to be too worried about the weapons. It looks like a basic laser and a small beam. So, nothing to worry about from the weapons. Just yet. Thanks to our Zoltan shield. And even then, they'd have to sync up to get past my normal shield that I have underneath my Zoltan. And we got a nice FTL delayed. Let's get a nice little beam through those weapons now that our Zoltan shield is down. Just to be extra sure we don't get any hole. And we'll take down that piloting for when their engines get repaired. Make sure they don't do any jumping. So, nice easy ship to take care of. And of course, while the halberd beam may seem to be doing a lot of work here in this first sector, that is going to be not the case when I run into ships with more than one shield, because it can be quite difficult to try to manage beams. So we got a little bit of scrap out of that one. Not sure how much longer I'm going to keep reading all these jumps since they keep sending me the same ones over and over again. But whatever's more entertaining. You detect a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. Well, I would love to defend you, outposts. The rebels respond to your threat. I don't know who you are, but no one defies the rebel fleet. They move in to engage. Okay, so a heavy laser and a missile, nothing to worry about. Again, just an easy ship. Set the beam on auto fire, just blah. Just kill those guys nice and dead. And they're not even going to try to jump away from us. Those nice guys. See the missile there hit my shields for 2? It's a lot better than just going straight on through and wrecking me. See, we got their missile down with that one. That's nice. And of course their shields went down with that shot too. Man, this one's going to be quick. They don't know what to power. Dead rebels. Ooh, 17 scrap and 2 fuel. This is the run of all the fuel, man. The pompous bastards expected free service just because they defeated that Federation. Take this for the help. Man, these outposts, they're being kind. Alright, so what have you got? And especially when our pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew members and the rest of you can go free, unharmed. Well, I don't want to lose a crew member. I would like a free crew member myself, so I don't think I'm going to surrender my crew to that slave scum. So, let's see. This is an energy fighter, so my beam is going to have to go through their Zoltan shields, as their beam is going to have to go through my Zoltan shields. So we're going to have a nice Zoltan shield trade here. So what do I want to look at getting with my beam shot? I could get the 4 that way. Or I could try to get an ambitious 5 that way. But I want to hit their shield, so I'm going to go with this one down to the weapons. Ow! The beam, it hurts! Not the 2 damage beams. So with that offline, I don't have much to worry about. Of course, there, even though I wanted to get the shields because there's still 1 damage on Zoltan's shield, the first thing I hit wasn't going to get any damage. Surrender! Get a free crew member. Oh, and a mantis. Boy, just what I wanted. Well, you don't want to have a Zoltan on piloting because he doesn't really give you a free power for that. So we'll send him down to shields. And we will put the mantis in piloting because he has nothing better to do. Not the best idea to have the mantis on the piloting, but better than having the Zoltan there. So we're going to go ahead and jump. Oh, we have a chance to sell some drone parts, and since we don't have any drones, we'll take that deal. And we'll move on to the next sector. Uncharted Nebula, or pirate-controlled sector. That's an interesting one. I think I'll go to the Nebula, because my Zoltan will make my power needs easier, and I'm a little low on crew, so I'm going to upgrade my medbay to 2, so I have more blue options to get crew members. So let's take a look here. No stores nearby. Looks like we're going to get a good amount of jumps here. Take a look at this ship. There might be a store up, but we're going to get 1 more system power and get the Ion Blast online on our way to getting our Hull Laser online, just so we can have some little extra security in our weapons. And we'll show you the effectiveness of that. Navigating the fog blind, you practically bump holes with the Mantis ship. They hail you. Pah! This transition will be overlooked. Nebula are very dangerous. Next time, humans all die. Well, my ship has no humans, so there won't be a next time. Open fire. So, just a really easy ship to kill, just the beam and a basic laser. Of course, we'll show you what good our ion weapon does. Set it to auto fire there. We're not even going to worry about sinking it with our beam. So there it goes. And a miss, so I guess we're not going to get to show you how good that is. So as you can see, it starts blinking blue. You can see in their system power that it's down. And on auto fire, it's just going to keep firing. Of course, you see with the 8-second cooldown, you're only dealing 1 damage. It's not going to be able to keep anything offline. But of course, its shot can go in and give me some free laser damage there. Beam damage, even. I'll never get that right. Oh well. The ship explodes, leaving behind us a substantial collection of useful scrap materials. Yay! We all love scrap. Okay, looks like we can hit the corner here, which is always good, since those rebels get there nice and quick. Although, it's not too good. Without active sensors, you have no other option but to look out for the viewports in apprehension. It is eerily quiet. Because normally we get ships or events to do, and looks like not this time. You see a number of derelict ships near this beacon. After a short time, you hear the telltale sounds of a teleporter and shouts coming from within the ship. You have been boarded. You don't know how the intruders managed to get past your Zoltan energy shield. So I know the events are supposed to happen. You know, you hit the random event where you're boarded and you got some people on board your ship to deal with, but the Zoltan energy shield blocks boarding. I really don't know how they got past this. It's frustrating. Don't want to... Okay, they're in a systemless room, it seems. We're going to have to fight them, but we have doors 2. And we're going to do a little trick here. We're going to put the Mantis there. And we're going to grab all our Zoltan and put them there. Oh no, it looks like they're boarding right there. Hello, guys. Trying to trick me? Maybe I just paused too fast. Reflex is too good. Run, my Zoltan. Do the dance. Of course, there's not enough power for that one there. You saw that happening. Okay, do I even... Yeah, we're fine. Take them out. Easy jump. Looks like Bumpy M is the only one who managed to get out of that without taking damage. Of course, I'm not going to need to divert any power to the medbay because I'm sending Zoltan in there, and they're just going to power that when I get in. Go, my level 2 medbay. That hasn't got me anything just yet. So, of course, no experience for these guys because that Zoltan shield. It's a little frustrating. But it's something you just gotta deal with. Alright, everything's all powered up and ready to jump to a sector that will actually give me some scrap or something for a change. That would be lovely. Okay, you jump into a sector of a nebula beset by a plasma storm. An automated rebel scout stationed at the beacon moves into attack. So they took half of my power, which isn't that deadly at all because I one, have a Zoltan energy shield, so I don't have to worry about my shields at all. And two, I have a ton of Zoltan. Of course, then there's the problem of the Zoltan being in the in my systems that I have to deal with. Without putting more into weapons, I'm gonna have a hard time managing this. But I think I can deal with it. I'll send my shield guy over, and we will power up the beam. And my Ion Blast, so I'll set the Ion Blast on auto fire. They're not trying to escape, and I'm not too worried about that ion damage. I'd like to get the drone control offline, but yeah, actually gonna go for the weapons, because we have the Ion Blast going. Because that drone can actually do damage to us, especially since we power down our shields. We may take a little bit of damage from this one. Shouldn't be too bad, though. We could have stopped all that by powering up the shields, but not too worried about it, because that beam's gonna go on through, and we're just gonna wreak havoc. It's a little frustrating that they have powered up their shields too. Of course, you gotta worry about that in this sector. So we're not gonna fire a beam while the two shields are up. We're gonna wait till the shields go down. Make sure we get that drone control again, because that thing could really do some damage to us. And just wait for the ship to get hit again. Wait for our beam to charge, and there we go. I probably could have done that one a little better, but you know, micromanaging around your Zoltan can be a little frustrating. Ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. Although by powering up our weapons all the way, we had a pretty happy situation where they were powering up their shields too, and we were able to take them out when normally wouldn't have. So it worked out, I'd say. Of course, one thing I think I might like to do is power this around. So we'll always have that Ion Blast online, and it'll be the halberd beam that will go offline if we move the Zoltan out. Because this only takes one power, and the first power it's going to take out is the very first thing in your weapon slots. So a little trick that can help you out of a sticky situation, maybe. Can't see anything that the gas is surrounding your ship without knowing what there's out there. All you can do is wait for your FTL to charge. Well, ooh. Of course, we hear a fire on the ship. So we're going to air out all of the systemless rooms, because we know it's not in any of the systems. Of course, with the doors too, luckily prevented that fire from spreading. So we're going to wait till that sound goes away. And of course, you know, our sensors aren't online because of the ion storms, and now the fire's out. Close all doors and jump. Store. What will you have for me, store? Don't have the most scrap, and I'm in another plasma storm. A rock-armored transport nearby looks to have lost its bearings, but where you hail them, they grow suspicious. Whatever life form you are, we find you repugnant. We seek no aid. Leave. Now. Repugnant? Arm the weapons? Okay, so a small bomb. That'll still get caught in my Zoltan shield. Of course, is this another situation where we're going to do the same micro? Looks like it will be. Move him over. Power up the halberd beam. Powering down the shields. Looks like I'm not going to have too much to worry about. So on these rock ships, when you're lining up your beam, you can get a nice good shot. So you can decide here whether you want to hit this one or this one. But we are going to go for 1, 2, 3, let's try to aim that one a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are going to hit 5 rooms with our halberd beam. Of course, one of them won't be systemless, but that's fine. Of course, let's see. Doesn't look like our Ion Blast likes to line up with our beam. Or does it? Aw, we didn't kill him right out with that. Looks like our Ion Blast did manage to line up, surprisingly. So that was 5 shots with the halberd beam you could get on this rock ship layout. So try to think about that one, because ooh, that's 10 damage in the 17 seconds it takes to charge. So very good deal. So before we get on out of here, let's put our shields guy back in there, because that is going to want to be charged right away. Well, we don't have to worry about that too much as a Zoltan ship, since we have that nice 5 damage buffer before we have to really worry about what damage it can take. Of course, they can still miss even though you have your Zoltan shield up. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. However, without functioning sensors, it is impossible to tell what's inside. Well, let's attack to see what it is inside. Aw, so look at this thing. No shields. You're being so nice to me, rebel ship. So let's set that up on our auto fire again. Try to get 4 systems by getting the very edge of this one and the very tip of that one. Of course, we don't have too much to worry about here. We'll even, we hit 2 when we wanted to hit 1. It's okay. It's okay, not too much to worry about. 1, get those both on auto fire. Might as well think about enabling this auto fire option. But you can see left control plus aim to force a weapon to do the opposite of the current setting. Oh, misses from everyone, and that's a 1 damage missile. Well, this is a terrifying jump. Nice and easy. One laser shot takes out the whole thing. I salvage what you can from the broken ship, 17 scrap. Oh. Nothing useful on the station. Well, I guess I'll just take the fighting a rebel ship from that jump. Scumbags. Seeing a trade depot set up near the small beacon implies there is an alien settlement on some nearby rock. You decide to check out their wares. Oh boy. Well, we could get a heavy ion thing going and rely on our beam. Not too excited about that, but it looks like it's the best option we'll have. So I gotta think this is gonna be 2 power. It's gonna do 2 ion damage. 13-second charge time with 1 shot per charge and 2 ion damage. Our whole laser could be there. So we gotta think about your maximum system power. I'll go ahead and show that off here. As you can see, there is 8 maximum system power available in any system. Unless it's O2 or medbay, of course, or, you know, cloaking. But for weapons, engines, shields, 8 power. Drone control, 8 power. So, really gonna have to think about a upgrade along the lines of weapons. This will be 2, 4, 7, 8. So if you want to run with that, that would be possible, but it'll take maxing out our weapon system. It's going to be quite expensive. Of course, it isn't an expensive ion to power up. Also, of course, you can see what the ions look like a little bit better this time. Still is hard to tell what they are. But I don't think I'm going to go for that one. It would be nice, but I've already got the ion blast for that ion damage, and I've got this whole laser to get online. But I will take this opportunity to power up my weapons to switch out my ion blast for the whole laser. Bow down, please. Okay. Of course, I still have this extra power floating, but that's just because we got all these Zoltan running around. We don't know what to do with them. It's not too bad to have a spare power just floating when you have all these Zoltan. Of course, these are still down. That's a little frustrating, but you don't have to worry about your system power for your subsystems. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula at this beacon. Before you have time to make contact with them, they fade into the nebula. Well, I'll attempt to follow them. Ooh, while shooting for the nebula, you stumble upon the rebel ship where the Federation loyalists were likely hiding from. You prepare for a fight. Well, looks like we're going to be able to take care of the ship nice and easy. 1 shield. Looks like just a heavy laser. They have some drones, but we have no idea what they'll be. So, how do we want to fire? Well, we'll go on a fire. How do we want to put our whole laser? We'll put you there and go for the lovely shot here. Watch this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that shot. Look at that beam lining up. So with a little luck, our whole laser is going to line up with our halberd beam, and we're going to get a free shot straight through without having to worry about going through any shields. Of course, I wonder what drones they have, because it's not like we are in a... we're in a plasma storm. So for future reference, we know that we're going to have to time our whole laser shots with our halberd beam to be able to get full effect. But we had no threat from the ship, so we can just laser around on it. Fire however we want. Ooh, that's a good amount of scrap. Not worth going back to the store, though. Don't want to waste those jumps, even though you have a link. Try to get the most jumps you can out of every sector. This drone isn't looking for you. Perhaps it's scouting ahead for the rebel expansion, or maybe they're seeking to use this nebula for cover. Regardless, it identifies you as a hostile. As a stealth system, that's a little frustrating. Luckily, that's countered out nice and easy by Zoltan Shield. Don't have to worry about any damage they're going to do. Just means that this sector is going to take a little longer. So, we're going to take out that cloaking system. And then we're going to put this through all this. Nice little beam shot through all their systems. Looks like they're still going to get another cloak off, or they're just going to die. That works too. That was a level 2 cloaking. You can tell from the duration and the fact that my 1 damage didn't take it out completely. So, useful amount of scrap there. Looks like we're going to get a nice set amount of jumps in there, because the rebels are going nice and slow through this sector. As you wait for the FTL drive to charge, you have to expect to be ambushed at any moment. Or no attack comes, and you wasted a jump. Well, thanks, scumbag. Beacon. Give me nothing. Nothing! A black market weapon trader spins you a tale of the dangers of a nebula before pushing his wires. This is not a good option to purchase the unknown weapon. It's almost never going to be worth the value, and of course attacking the ship will net you scrap. You have to be in a pretty good shape to want to buy weapons for them, or very, very poorly doing for weapons. So, a Burst Laser 2, very deadly missile, probably not too much to worry about there, so we're going to wait here on our whole laser to charge, so our halberd beam will get off plenty of damage. Then we're going to pause when the halberd beam gets a little bit more charged. Alright, so we know we have a little bit of flight time in the whole laser, so we're going to pause here before the halberd beam's even charged. We're going to put that damage in shields, and we're going to make the damage go through O2, up through weapons and engines, and into shields. And fire that off. There you go. Nice 1 beam shot, takes out the whole ship. Useful material, thanks so much. Do we want to risk fighting a rebel ship? They have been doing nice and slow, but looks like they've sped up nice enough. And we're just going to go ahead and get to the next sector. Don't want to take any chances, because fighting those ships, they suck. They really do. Almost hidden in the nebula. You have to yield drive's charge, you can jump to the next sector. So no comment that one. Yep, looks like our safe jump was wise, as they overtook the beacon easily. Zoltan could go to Zoltan, or pirates. Of course, the pirate sector will lock us into this down path, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Zoltan where we have a few more options. See if we get after the sector. The Zoltan patrol their borders, but let you pass when your ID as Federation. Let's hope they won't be so courteous to the rebels. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. And my hat is off to you.